No, it's the tooth man.
All right, so what'd you see? Did you see who's lurking around the house?
No, I didn't, but I did find that in a briar. Somebody's missing a shirt tail. Now, I'm no expert, but I say that's the island cotton muy expensive.
Grant.
Feeling hopeless just sucks. I remember feeling hopeless when I had leukemia, boy. But miracles do happen, you know. I'm here. When I was sick, when I couldn't believe in myself, when I couldn't be strong for myself, you believed in me. You were strong for me. And I think you're gonna have to dig way down deep inside yourself and find that same strength for Sophia.
This is different. You don't know the whole story, Michael.
Then why don't you tell me the whole story?
I did this to her.
You weren't driving me.
It doesn't matter. I did it. And even if she pulls through, she's gonna hate me for the rest of her life.
Why? What could you have possibly have done that's so bad?
What is it?
She's in B10. Move it, kid for it. Come on, get everything back.
7-200.
Paddle.
Jeremy.
200 car.
Clear.
Clear.
Okay. 90 over 60, oxygen at 100, heart rate 98.
All right,
without
she's stabilized, and I need a new set of hands, please.
Okay.
Suction. Here we go.
Suction.
She's got another bleeder proximal to kidney. Come on, Corey.
Good thing Matt Corey is O negative, huh, Jeff?
Oh, damn it, it's the renal artery. Guess we better to cut it now, otherwise she would have bled to that.
Right hand.
Suture, please.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna help out Joe and Tony, and then we'll go over to McNamara's and we'll talk to him. Would you stop pushing me, please?
Gary, you know what? I was thinking, maybe it's not such a good idea for you to go with me after all. I mean, it might just make things worse.
Make things worse. What are you saying? That if I go with you, McNamara's not gonna listen?
I'm saying that if you go with me, it's going to be obvious that you're involved. I mean, Gabe might just take your badge to Internal Affairs and ask them to rip it up for you.
Well, what about your badge? I mean, you're on report. You know, one more step out of line for you, and you're fired.
I'll risk it.
Like hell you will.
After I finish my meeting with friends about the scholarship program, I'll meet you back at my place.
It's a date. Do you have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, I think I should check in.
I'll walk you over.
No, Gabe, it's okay. I'm not afraid.
Well, I am. The guy attacked you right outside
I
this
know.
building.
I'll be careful. You know, you can't be with me every single minute.
Maybe I just don't want to let you go. Wait, let me just check my messages.
Do what you have to do, Captain. I don't need an official escort. And besides, I have you close to me. I'll see you later.
Okay. Tibbs, will you make sure and see that Miss Devon gets across the street to the hospital safely? Yeah. Oh, and Tibbs, don't let on that you're watching her, all right?
Feels like someone's gonna explode around.
Why the hell don't they tell us anything?
They will tell us something when they have something to say.
If she doesn't make it from...
Hey, you can't think those thoughts. You have got to send her your positive energy. You have to see her healthy in your mind.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, she could be dying and I'm a hero.
You're my hero.
Thou unconquerable waster of rich men, keeper of warm lights, and an all-night vigil in the soft face of a girl. Sea wanderer, forest visitor. Even the immortals cannot escape you. And mortal man in his one day's dusk trembles before your glory. Why, look at us. We who would rule the world stand helpless before the ticking clock. And what's a clock but a torture of our own devising? I apologize. I do go on a bit, don't I?
It's not over, Carl. Sophia may recover.
I hope so. But I can't stop my mind from revisiting past vigils. Hours and hours of waiting. Waiting. And then even after the good news, he died anyway. My son died. What did it amount to? Nothing. I'm not very good at this waiting.
If you want to do something, pray. Pray for John and Morgan, that they can save a life.
Yeah, well, I tried praying for Ryan, didn't I?
Might work this time.
I guess you're feeling lucky, Carl.
No, but I think you're very lucky.
I didn't make it to Chicago. My business had to wait.
No, Chicago will stay there.
All your secrets will still be there.
You got Maggie pregnant?
Can we just drop it?
No, we can't just drop it. What do you want to drop it? Look, I'm not going to judge you, man. I'm here, okay? So why keep it all bottled up? Talk to me.
Sophia found out. That's why she jumped in the car. That's why she drove off in the storm. That's why she got in the accident, and that's why she could die.
Okay, all right, I understand. How did Sophia find out?
Maggie told her. And I tried to tell Sophia a bunch of times myself, but I could never go through with it. And she said she didn't want to know about it anyway, and I figured, well, you know, that works for me, because she wouldn't understand. I mean, why should she? I don't even understand it. I should have told her. Michael, if I had the guts to tell her myself, then Maggie wouldn't have been able to open her big mouth right when we were about to get married. We were going to get a justice of the peace up in Chicago. It was going to be perfect. It was going to... Why didn't I tell her? Why didn't I just tell her?
Nick, you did the best you could at the time.
I was so afraid of losing her. Now I might lose her for real. Everybody might.
What about Maggie?
What about her?
If Maggie's carrying your child, what are you going to do?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I'd be lying if I told you that I knew what you were supposed to do, but I know where you're supposed to look for an answer. You got to listen to your heart. If you listen to your heart, you'll do the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always count on me to do the right thing.
Let me amend that a little bit, then. You got to get real quiet to hear your heart. I think you've been doing a lot of very noisy thinking lately.
Michael, I don't know. This last couple of weeks, you know, they were so incredible. My life was on track, you know. I knew what I wanted. I knew who I was. I had Sophia. She's everything I wanted. She's everything I needed, and she came in this beautiful package. I couldn't believe how lucky I was. And I told myself, I swore I would never do anything to screw it up, but I did, and she is paying for it. That's the kind of love I gave her. It kills people.
So what's the story, Maggie?
Go away.
No. You never answered my question.
Yes, I'm carrying Nick's baby.
And so you made sure Sophia heard the news, right? It's real convenient. It's funny how things work out. It's almost as if you planned them to happen that way.
Why do I even bother confiding in you? You only use it to hurt me.
Well, if the shoe fits.
I don't even have to listen to this. Oh.
Whoa, you all right? Sit down, Maggie.
No, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Just give me an inch in here, will you?
I'll give you an inch. Don't get greedy on me here.
I hope we don't have any more of these. Suction right in here.
Suction?
How's our blood supply?
Very low. Scissors?
Just 2 more of these, and we'll be out of here.
I win.
There you go. Cut this, please. Nice job, Dr. Winthrop.
Back at you, Doc Hudson.
Yeah. Sponge? I don't see any more bleeders.
She's looking dry. Should we close her up?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can't believe it. The unit got off to a flying start.
Now, flying by the seat of our pants.
I think this unit saved her life. Suture, please.
Anybody figure out what that light show was all about?
Yeah, how the hell did we lose power anyway?
Nobody knows.
Well, let's try to figure it out. How's she doing?
Blood pressure, 100/75, heart rate 98, looking good.
Just wish I knew whether that pulse ox alarm went off because of a mechanical problem or whether it was electrical.
In any case, she couldn't have gone without oxygen for more than a few seconds, John.
Well, I hope you're right. In any case, the equipment is all brand new. Cora, when we're done here, would you call Biomed and have them come back for a recheck of the equipment, please?
Sure.
You want to close up?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I'm going to go and find some place to pray that she regains consciousness soon. Very soon. Right on, Dewey. Thank you. Good job, everybody. Thank you.
Any news about Sophia?
No.
Thanks again for donating the blood and everything.
No problem.
Is she gonna make it? John? John, how is she? Is she alive? John, is she gonna make it?
It's closing upon her.
I know it. I knew she was gonna pull through.
Unfortunately, she's not out of the woods just yet.
Well, Judge, just give us the whole...
Her spleen was severely damaged. We had to remove it. Fortunately, she can live without a spleen. There were several fractured ribs on the left-hand side, one of which punctured the lung. We were able to re-inflate the lung, and she'll be on a ventilator for quite some time. There was extensive hemorrhaging, most of which was emanating from the left kidney area. Repairing the arterial damage is what took us so long. As it stands right now, her vitals are strong, and she's holding her own. We never would have been able to save her if the new trauma unit hadn't been in place.
Which this hospital would not have, except for the generosity of Michael Hudson. Thank you.
You helped save her life. Thanks.
John, what happens now? Well, we'll have to watch her very closely and watch for infection. Of course, I'll know more once she regains consciousness and starts breathing on her own. The next few hours will be crucial. When she gets out of recovery, we'll move her to intensive care.
Can we see her?
No. No, not just yet. Excuse me.
Thanks, Doc.
Haven't you done enough damage, Nick, huh? Why don't you just leave her alone?
Too bad he didn't rip the front. We would have had a nice pocket with a GH monogram on the front of it.
Are you sure that's grand?
Of course I'm sure. I mean, who else is going to be sneaking around here? It's completely his style.
Oh, you got that right.
Well, we can't let him get away with it.
Look, if we want to nail Grant, we can't confront him. I mean, as much as I'd like to, we got to get some more proof.
How do we do that?
First, we have to find out if this is his shirt tail. Then we have to prove that he didn't have an alibi whenever this intruder came by.
Exactly. Right, right. You have to play it smart, but don't tip your hat. Give me your phone.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna call.
We'll see. Hello. Is Monsieur Harrison there? Ah, he just walked in the door. No, no, no. Speaking with him will not be necessary. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Anybody for the Harbor Club?
Oui, oui, mademoiselle.
William, how was business while I was out? Nothing I couldn't handle, Mr. Harrison. One phone call might be of interest. A young lady using a faux French accent called. She seemed to be very interested in your whereabouts this evening.
There's nothing to settle.
Well, there's nothing to settle, so
No.
you want to go solo, right? What exactly are you going to say to McNamara?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Well, you better figure it out. Don't you think? I mean, what are you going to say to him when he asks you to explain why you and I have been sticking our noses into an investigation that he specifically asked us to stay out of?
Gary, I'm not going to explain anything. I'm going to lie.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Especially about your part in it.
No, I don't want you standing up for me because you're a lousy liar.
I am a very good liar, okay? Don't say I'm a lousy liar. In fact, you're the one who taught me to go undercover, Sinclair.
Undercover?
Yeah.
A sting operation, that's one thing, Jay, okay? I'm talking about Gabe McNamara. You're going up against a human polygraph.
Okay, so the man is a little bit hard to fool.
Yeah, and you're never going to stand up to his grilling.
You want to bet?
Yeah, I'll bet you.
Okay.
You want to bet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try it. Sit down. What's this about new evidence, Watts? Have you and Sinclair been directly defying my orders?
No, sir. In fact, I personally have come up with some new evidence that is going to lead us right to the murderer.
And where did this new evidence come from, Watts?
From Ozzy. I stumbled onto him at the docks last night, sir.
Stumbled onto him? What were you doing down at the docks?
Well, I was on my way home, sir, and I happened across Ozzy, and he remembered me, and we talked.
And why didn't you come to me with this information sooner?
Because you were off duty, sir. You were off duty, sir. You see? Anyway, I know that you were going to be very interested in what Ozzy said, sir.
Do you want me to go get Carl and Rachel for you?
No, I should be fine now that there's nothing left in my stomach.
Are you sure you don't feel too good? You feel clammy.
Yeah, well, you would be clammy, too.
Well, maybe you should see a doctor.
What good would that do me? I'd still be pregnant.
You know, you can't blame me for thinking that you might be faking. I know how bad you want Nick and Sophia apart.
I wouldn't try to kill her. You know, that's what Nick thinks. He's never gonna forgive me. Why did I do it? And this whole thing is just one stupid mistake.
You know, the way I see it, I think Nick's the one who screwed everything up. And he just took you and Sophia along for the ride.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
Sophia made it through surgery.
Oh, God. Is she gonna be okay?
Well, she's very badly hurt, but if she makes it through the next hour, she's got a chance.
That's great news.
Oh, honey, you're shaking like a leaf.
I am just relieved, that's all.
Oh, you haven't had any rest. We should take you home to bed.
Would you?
Yes. Maggie's gonna come home with us, Raphael. And thanks for being here tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good night. Hey, Maggie, I hope you feel better.
Hey, Bambina. What you doing in here? All bandaged up, huh? Listen, don't worry about anything, okay? Because the doctors are taking really good care of you. Soph, can you hear me? All right, listen, that's okay. It's okay. You just rest, all right, hon? Just, you don't have to say anything, all right? You always do more than your share of the talking anyway. Even when you were a baby, you know, in the crib, remember you start wailing before the sun even came up. Mom would always run into your room, but I'd race and I'd beat her there, remember? And as soon as I got there, and you saw your Joey, you'd start smiling, remember? We played that little, the sheep game, you know, with the mobile, and then you go right back to sleep. You're always everybody's favorite little sister, you know that, right? So remember my prom? My senior prom, and I was leaving the house and I was all tucked up and ready to go, and walked out the door, and then you come running out screaming because you wanted to go along, but you couldn't go along, and then Pop almost had a heart attack. He saw you running out the drive late, and sure enough, man, head over heels. You went down, big bloody scrape on your knee. Tears all over the place, remember? And what did I do? I took the corsage that I spent $10 on, by the way, for my date. And I gave it to you. And I pinned it on your t-shirt. You had a big scar on that knee for a long time, but it healed up good. I'm sorry, I can't make this scrape go away so easy. You know, I would if I could, right? Talking to her. I think she can hear me. It helps if I talk, right?
It couldn't hurt.
Thanks. I told your son, I want him out of here.
Nick has just as much of a right to be here as anybody else.
I want him gone, or else I'll throw you out myself.
Everybody's concerned about Sophia. That's why we're here,
Michael,
for her.
I got no problem with you, okay? I'm grateful to you for the trauma unit. You probably saved my sister's life. But this kid is the one who put her there, and I don't have to look at his face.
Well, that's tough, because it's a free country, and this is not your private hospital.
Cry it out loud. Have some common decency, will you, please? It's a place for people who love her. I do love her. Save it, Nick. She doesn't need your kind of love.
All right, just calm down.
You cheated on her. You cheated on her, Nick. You're a selfish, two-timing jerk, and I want you gone.
Nick, why don't you take a walk?
No,
right?
I'm not running away from this. Sophia may never want to see my face again, but I still care about her, and I'm not leaving until I know she's all right.
It's always the same with you, Nick. It's the same thing all the time, right? You screw up, and you come crawling back. Well, see, you've done that too many times. Not like that. No, you know what it's like? It's me. I was wrong. I had you pegged from the start, okay? I didn't listen to my gut. I got soft, and I let you talk me into trusting you. Okay, and I let you get close to my sister, and now she's laying in there fighting for her life.
Oh, it's killing me.
Well, save it! Because she doesn't want to talk to you, and I don't want to hear anything out of you. Here. You see this? They pulled this off her finger right before she went into surgery. She's not going to be wanting this from you or anything else.
Lorna, have you forgotten our meeting?
Grant, I'm afraid we're gonna have to postpone our meeting.
Oh, sorry. I hope this doesn't mean that my scholarship program's dropped on your list of priorities.
I'm afraid that it does mean that. I've been away and my work is backed up. Besides, Sophia Carlino has been in a very bad car accident. She's just come out of surgery and she's in critical condition. I just want to make sure she's okay.
Of course, I understand.
Can I call you at a later time to reschedule?
Certainly, whenever it's convenient.
Thanks. Bye.
William, call the florist for me and order some... Better hold off on that. Good evening. What do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, it's not a pleasure. We're just slumming.
I see. Would you like a table? You're going to stand here and block the entrance.
Actually, Grant, we're just here to celebrate my finding the perfect house.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad your search paid off. William, show our guests a table.
Not so fast, William. We'd like to have a word with your boss.
I'm so sorry, I'm busy.
Like you've got something better to do.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just about to order flowers for Sophia Carlino. It seems she's been in a terrible car accident. The hospital just called.
What kind of accident? How bad?
Unfortunately, Lorna says she's critical.
Jake, my brother needs me. I think we should maybe take care of this later.
Okay, why not? We're not gonna have a better chance to do this. Why don't you go take care of that, and I'll talk to Grant.
Are you sure?
It would be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, now it's just the two of us.
I told you I'm busy.
Well, I thought you'd want to know where your son's going to be living. That's right, you already know, don't you?
Now, how would I know that if Victoria's only just found the house? William, show Mr. McKinnon out, would you please?
Let's see how observant you are. What time did your boss show up for work tonight? No cheating, William.
I have a business to run. I don't have time for
That's right, you don't have time. As a matter of fact, I bet you don't have time to tell me where you were in the hour before you showed up to work.
William, see to our patrons. I have no idea what you're going on about, McKinnon.
Well, let me give you an idea. Bushes? Prickly bushes? Foliage? You were trespassing tonight. You were at Vicky's tonight. You...
So that's what you're fishing about. You really are pathetic.
I knew that you would not give me a straight answer.
For your information, I was in my suite holding a press conference to announce the Grant Harrison Scholarship Fund, and there was a reporter from the Herald there should you feel a need to find out whether I was really there.
Oh, definitely. I'll check that out, Grant.
Good. Good, you do that.
But in the meantime, I'm going to play some show and tell.
What are you doing?
I guess you know what this is about. Sister's laying in there. She's all broken up. I'm asking you to make her whole again. Nobody knows better than you do that Sophia's never hurt a living soul. She's as innocent as the day you made her. And I guess I'm having a hard time understanding why you would let such suffering come to somebody like her. I mean, there's so much unhappiness in the world, and why don't you take away somebody who brings so much laughter and joy and life wherever she goes? The world needs Sophia Teresa, God, and her family needs her, and I need her. So if you have to take her back to you so soon, I guess you have your reasons. And I will try to accept whatever you send. But I don't think there's any justice in it. There's no justice at all.
this is just pray. Because it's out of our hands. The rest is up to God.
You proud of yourself, Nick?
No.
Well, you should be. I mean, how many guys do you know could totally wreck two girls' lives this fast? It's guys like you, Nick, man, that just never cease to amaze me.
You're right. How could I do this to her?
And Maggie, she told me that you got her pregnant. How do you feel about that, big man?
I know what I did. You don't have to remind me.
I'm putting together a prayer service in the chapel if you guys want to join me.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Why don't you show Nick down? Do some heavenly insight.
Tomas. Thanks for everything.
It's gonna be all right.
John?
I'm sorry, Nick. I can't let you go and see her just yet. Listen, why don't you go home and get some rest? Get cleaned up. You're a mess.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
There's more to this than most people know, and I wanted you to hear it from me.
All right. Yeah, I'm listening.
What made Sophia so upset, you know, the news that she got that made her drive off into the storm. It's not just that Maggie and I slept together. Maggie's pregnant. I did this. I did it, John. I'm responsible for her being in there. I can't leave. I told John about me and Maggie. I figured he should probably hear it from me.
I just heard. Are you all right?
I've been better. John saved Sophia's life, and that helped out because they used a trauma unit, but did everything they could, but she's hurt really bad.
She has a lot of internal injuries. We're still waiting for her to regain consciousness. Look at that. Excuse me.
Sophia is strong. She's gonna make it.
Well, if she doesn't, I'll be the one who killed her.
When's the last time you had something to eat? Hmm? Let's go get something in you.
Oh, I can't. I gotta stay here.
You can go. Why don't you go? Come on, I'll come find you if it changes.
Thanks.
Get your boots on.
Okay, you quick change artist. You got a stack of clean shirts in the back,
You
right?
get the hell out of here.
No, I got a torn shirt tail that says you were violating your visitation rights and trespassing tonight.
You are of your mind.
Well, then you won't mind if I go to your office and inspect your shirts.
The last time I checked, you weren't a police officer. You were a poor excuse for a yellow journalist. Now, you get out of here before I have you thrown out. William, call the police!
No, William. Save the quarter. But, Grant, maybe it was you. Maybe it was your PI that you hired. Somebody was at Vicky's tonight, and I'm warning you. Stay away.
McGinnon, does Victoria know you're getting paranoid in your old age?
Do another set of blood cultures. Keep her on the same antibiotic.
Same dosage. I think she's septic.
Yeah. Let's give her another hour or two, and then call neuro. Get an EEG.
Got it. What's going on? Is Sophia all right?
She's unconscious, and I don't know why. What concerns me is that something happened during surgery. I don't know whether there's a power failure or what. Couldn't determine whether it was new equipment. I just hope I didn't jump the gun by firing up the trauma unit before it was ready.
Hey, don't worry about that. I mean, she'd be dead if you hadn't done what you did. But I'll check with engineering and BioWeb and get back to you, okay?
Mike, thanks.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, Felicia, it's me. No, listen, I hope I'm not interrupting you. Okay. No, I mean, I don't want to interrupt your dinner. I really needed to hear your voice.
Come on, Sophia, hang in there. Come this far, just hang in there.
I'm so glad you told me everything. It's gonna work out, you know. Come on. I'm your big sister, you can trust me.
Hey, guys, what's the latest?
Sophia's in intensive care. She's alive.
She should regain consciousness by now, though.
Look, I'm sorry about that. I hope she pulls through.
Thanks.
Jake. So do you think it was Grant?
Well, his shirt wasn't torn, and he's got an alibi, at least for that time frame.
You think maybe he sent somebody else?
Could be.
That was probably just one of the neighbors, you know, somebody who wanted to buy the place before and just tear it down.
Right.
I can't worry about this right now. Thanks for checking it out. I gotta worry about other things.
Let Sophia live. Let Sophia live. Please let Sophia